Hello and welcome to Volume 6 of the Club Improvement Series. My name is Kyle Zagrodzky, President and Founder of Go Figure Club Management Software, and I'm glad you could join us today. When we design and make these recordings, it is our philosophy to bring you information that you could actually use, that you can consume it and use it quickly. So we don't spend a lot of time creating a lot of fluff to put in these recordings for you. It's concise, to the point. We don't want to waste your time. We also give you time-tested and proven things that either I have used myself in my facilities or I've seen others implement and that I understand and that I can tell to you quickly. So in the previous series, I talked about the importance of maintaining and establishing professional relationships with your members because it helps keep them longer. I've talked about ways to make additional revenue through small group classes, medium group classes, as well as personal training and the differences and how to approach them. I talked to you how to, just a quick little tip on how to promote a grand opening or an open house using bandit signs. That was the last volume, Series 5, and how you could use a Elmo balloon to make huge profits in that day. So if you guys want to see how I did that, you got to go back and check out Volume 5. This is Volume 6. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you could take something as, inexpensive as this 10-pound weight here. I went and got this at Academy. I think I paid I don't know what I paid for that, $8-10 or whatever. Something as cheap as that, or as a little baseball cap kind of thing. This one I picked up at Legend Creek Golf Club. I think I paid $15 for that. That's expensive. I'm going to show you how to take cheap items like this and turn them into virtually instantaneous referrals from your membership base. Several years ago, I was in one of my clubs, and you have to understand this. In our clubs, 93% of our new members came from referrals from our existing members. And that's what we were all about. No matter how much we spent on advertising, it always seemed to come back from referrals from within our existing organization. We were experts at getting referrals from new members at the closing table. When we weighed and measured members, we had all kinds of contests and things going on, and we were very interpersonal in getting referrals from somebody. We would always take care of the member, make sure they were getting results, staying motivated, and then we had scripts and things that I had my staff memorize for asking for those referrals. As such, we always had requirement for minimum of 4 appointments a day on the books. Now, to remind you guys, I had small boutique gyms that were 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. We range from members between 250 to 550 members at any given time. And so they weren't huge clubs. They were smaller clubs. 4 appointments a day was all we really needed to keep things rolling in those clubs. If you got a bigger club, I totally get it. You got to have more action going on. And I do have some friends of mine that are quite good friends that have some of these huge clubs as well. And so I get it. It's a little different ball of wax, but some of these principles still apply. And so I do share them with you today. Now, what I did to get 76 referrals from my members in one day went something like this. And I just kind of stumbled on the idea, and then we implemented it in all my other gyms, and then I've taught it to other people, and it's been proved out. So it's a proven, simple method, low cost, to get a lot of referrals out of your membership base in the club right now in 20 to 30 minutes. No big deal. Here's how it went down. I walked in one of my clubs, and there were no appointments on the books for the next day. And so I'm talking to them, what's going on? What problems are you having? Because they were generally pretty good about setting the appointments. So it's not like I had to go in there and train from the ground up. These were established staff members that knew better. And so I walked in there, no appointments, and both of them said, look, Kyle, we have wrung every referral out of these members that we possibly can. We can't get any more referrals out of them. You've abused them. And I said, well, I don't believe you. And secondly is because I'm the type of person that if you tell me I can't do something, it just inspires me to think of ways to make things happen. And over the years, I've learned that it's just almost impossible to have an I can't situation. There's always a way to do anything you want to do. And getting referrals out of your members is nothing different. I mean, you could do it. So here's what I thought of. We had these super incredibly cheap barrel bags that our franchisors would sell. And these things like $5 to $8 barrel bags. If you got them wet, the logo would come off. And they've been hanging on the wall in my club collecting dust. Nobody wanted them. So I thought, okay, we're going to get rid of these things. I can't get rid of them anyway. No big deal. So what I did was I told my girls, said, hey, have either of y'all ever wanted to be a model on a catwalk? And they said, sure, yeah, we'd like to do that. I said, okay, you two girls are going to be my models. So you don't have to say anything. You just got to put this barrel bag over your shoulder and work it as I MC the fashion show. Could y'all do that for me? And I got them all excited about it. They thought it was really cool. So I said, sure thing, Kyle. So I went out there and I started to MC the event for a fashion show. Okay. And so I went out there, and for like the next 7 to 10 minutes, I came up with every adjective I could think of to describe how awesome these barrel bags were, okay? Now, I mean, that'd be like saying, hey, for 7 to 10 minutes, talk about how cool a baseball cap is, or your hand weight. I mean, how in the world could you talk about how awesome a hand weight is? Well, let me tell you, I figured out somehow to talk about these barrel bags for the next 7 to 10 minutes, about how awesome they would look walking around the spring, how people would see them in that summertime walking around with their barrel bag, and they could put their gym clothes in there, or they could dump them out and throw them stuff for the beach. Anyway, I went on and on and on and on. And that's all I talked about. And the members knew into this whole deal that something was going down with these barrel bags. They didn't know what. I didn't talk about money, buying them, or anything like that, but they knew there was some kind of deal. And essentially, I made everybody in that circuit working out that time want a barrel bag like they had never wanted anything before. And so at the end, I said, who here would like to have one of these barrel bags of their very own? Everybody raised their hand. I said, okay, who would like to have them at no cost? We don't want any money, for free. Of course, everybody's hands went up for that too. I said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a silent auction. You take out a piece of paper, you put your name on top, and you write down a name and a phone number of every one of your friends that you would like to come in and work out at our facility with you. And the person who gives me the most names wins. In about 20 minutes, we had 76 names and numbers. And I put a deadline on it. I said, you guys have got like 15 minutes to give me. And I said, 15 minutes, I don't care. That's it. Over. Now, if you don't make it, give it a deadline, people start talking themselves out of reasons why they should give their names, friends' names and numbers. These people flew off the equipment. They started writing down pieces of paper, and it became this whole deal. And I kept 5 more minutes, 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes. And, man, they were just freaking out. Everybody put in names and numbers. And the cool thing about it being a silent auction is nobody could see how many names and numbers the other person was giving. So I had people that give me 8 names and numbers. One woman gave me 15. The one woman that gave me 15 won a $6.50 barrel bag. The woman that gave me 8, she won an opportunity to work out with her friends. Okay? We didn't have any problems getting referrals for the rest of the month. We had appointments on the books the rest of the month. No big deal at all for appointments the rest of the month. Went and did it at all my clubs. It worked like a champ in every club. I never was able to get 76 buddy referrals again. So if you try this in your facility and you beat it, and you honestly beat it, I really want to hear about your experience, because I've never heard of anybody beat 76 referrals ever again. But the least amount of referrals I've ever heard anybody get was 20. So if 20 referrals is worth $6 to you, great. Now, some people get crazy and they put together, big expensive gift bags, and they make them pretty, and then they give the members all day long to come up with the referrals, and the person at the end of the day with the most referrals wins. Those don't really work as well, in my opinion, because you don't create a sense of urgency. You didn't build it up. You didn't create a show around it. And you can't tell them what the deal is until after you get their excitement. They can't know how they're going to earn it until you get everybody jazzed. And once everybody is at their peak moment where they're like, come on, man, tell us what these barrel bag or gift basket or whatever is about. At the moment they've just about worn them out, at that moment you tell them, you've got 15 minutes to give me, and then you explain them what they got to do, and then you just better have a bucket ready, because they're going to fly off there and start putting those pieces of paper in there, okay? You have to do it that way. It will work. Now, something about the silent auction deal is that you can only do it about every couple of months, 3 months. It's like the trick I taught you last time about getting out bandit signs, promote a grand opening or an open house. That's like it's like every 6 month kind of thing. It's going to get you money. You're going to make money off of it. Don't abuse the magic. You do that, you wear it out. You have to have a feeling for when your club is ready for some of that heavy action in there, because you could wear it out. And if you wear it out, you spoil it. But if you just a little bit here and there, you're going to get a lot of referrals. It's going to work really well for you. Now, the last thing I want to communicate to you is never, ever feel guilty about getting members in your club and making a profit. Okay? Those people that know me know I never look at my bank accounts. Okay? I've got somebody who works for me that does that. They look at the profit centers of Go Figure, and when I ran my clubs, it was the same thing. I look at how much money the business is making at the end of the year. I don't want to know how much it is because it distracts me from my primary objective, which is serving and taking care of other people. If I'm doing that, the money will be a symptom of that. And there's nothing wrong with making money as long as you're serving and taking care of people and essentially helping them. In the health club business, I cannot think of a better business that has a more clean, cut and dry perspective of having a positive impact on your community as in helping people get fit. There's so many benefits to being in shape. It's not, I could list them off all day long. You want me to? I'll list them off. Changes your attitude. You start treating other people better. You start treating your body better. The more you work out, the more you start getting conscious about what you're putting in it for food. You start treating your children better. Work gets better. Your outlook on the future gets better. If you're doing these things for people and you're making a profit off of it, believe me, you're having a better impact on society than just about anything that you could be doing in the short run. So, do your mission work. Give to your church. Be a good citizen, but be a health club owner or a health club manager and get people in the door. These are tricks to help you get people in the door, to keep excitement in your facility. You guys work on your membership, personal relationships. Implement the tools that I'm trying to teach you guys to help you add revenue, profit centers to your facility. You do those things, you will make a profit, but you're going to change your community by having healthier people. And man, look out, because that is a cool place to be in. It's very satisfying when you see those results. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I just want to make that clear, because sometimes I'm talking about ways to get people in the club, and I don't want you to miss sight of the fact that the money is a symptom of helping people get fit, not the goal, the symptom. Anyway, that's it. I want to thank you all for, again, being a part of the Club Improvement Series, Volume 6. My name is Kyle Zagrodzky. I am the president and CEO of Go Figure. We do have a place on our website, igofigure.com, where you can click on Contact the CEO, and you click Contact Us, and then it'll take you to a place where you can contact the CEO. That's me. I do read those emails. I would appreciate your feedback. Those of you who give me feedback so far, I do appreciate it. It was very positive, and it is very motivating for me to come up with the information and the content of these Club Improvement Series because of the great comments that you guys have all given me. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and again, thanks for tuning in.
Denko Masuka nunyi horonya